All right, let's talk about a book you have definitely seen around. It's on desks, it's in locker rooms, it's even been name-dropped in rap songs. I'm talking about Robert Greene's The 48 Laws of Power. And man, it has a reputation. Ruthless, cynical, but for a lot of people, absolutely brilliant. Today, we're going to pull back the curtain and give you a real user's guide to its core. And yeah, pretty controversial ideas.
But first, let me ask you something. Have you ever felt like you were being punished for being too good at your job? Seriously, you're crushing all your targets, your projects are amazing, you are without a doubt the star of the team. But instead of getting that praise, something just starts to feel off.
Okay, so let's paint the picture, right? You are on fire at work, just absolutely crushing it. You're delivering these incredible results, you're coming up with new ideas, and hey, you're even making your boss look amazing in the process. You're thinking, I am the perfect employee, I'm on the fast track.
And then, things get weird. That promotion you were so sure was coming, it just doesn't happen. Instead, there's this new chill in the air. Suddenly, you're not invited to that key meeting. Your ideas, which used to get all this praise, are now just met with silence. You're slowly but surely being pushed to the side. So, what on earth happened? Well, according to the logic of this book, you made a huge mistake, a critical error. You didn't just shine. You shone so brightly that you cast a shadow over the person above you. You made your superior feel insecure, and in doing so, you broke the #1 rule in the whole game of power: never outshine the master.
This is what Robert Greene calls the outshine mistake. And it's literally the very first law in the book. And the psychology behind it is actually pretty simple. People in power need to feel secure. They need to feel superior. So when you come along and seem more talented, more brilliant, you stop being a helpful subordinate and you become a threat to their ego. And this is exactly where Robert Greene's book comes in. It argues that this isn't just a case of bad luck or a jerk boss. Nope. This is a predictable, timeless dynamic of human nature. It's a game, and it's being played all around us, whether we realize it or not.
Now, to really get these rules, Greene asks us to look at the world through a totally different lens. He wants us to imagine our modern offices, our friend groups, even our families as something much older and a lot more dangerous. So welcome to the royal court.
So here's the big idea, the core thesis of the whole book. Our world today operates just like one of those ancient, backstabbing royal courts. Sure, we've traded swords for spreadsheets, but the underlying game of power, it hasn't changed one bit. We're all basically courtiers, trying to navigate this landscape of shifting alliances and hidden rivalries, using charm and strategy to get what we want.
And to really hammer this unapologetic tone home, Greene kicks things off with a quote straight from Machiavelli. It's a pretty stark warning. Any man who tries to be good all the time is bound to come to ruin. What's he saying? Basically, if you insist on playing fair in a game where everyone else is playing dirty, you're not just being naive, you're pretty much guaranteed to lose.
Okay, so if this ruthless court is the reality we live in, how do you even survive, let alone get ahead? Well, the first major strategy we can pull from these laws has almost nothing to do with how hard you work. It has everything to do with perception. It's not about what you do, it's all about how you are seen doing it. This whole strategy is about controlling your public image, and you can see how a bunch of these laws feed right into it. Take Law 4, always say less than necessary. That creates this vibe of mysterious power. Then you've got Law 6, court attention at all cost, which makes sure you're a player people remember, not just some pawn. And Laws 30 and 34 work together perfectly. Make your accomplishments seem effortless, while you act like a king to be treated like one. It's all a performance, and you're the one directing it.
Let's just zoom in on Law 4 for a second. Always say less than necessary. When you talk too much, you just seem ordinary, predictable, and you run the risk of saying something dumb. But silence? Silence makes you seem powerful. It creates this void that makes other people nervous, and as they rush to fill that silence, they end up revealing their plans and their weaknesses to you.
But hey, power isn't just about your image. The second key strategy here is all about action, but specifically, indirect action. This is the art of getting what you want without ever showing your true intentions, of influencing everything from the shadows.
This strategy is all about being subtle. It's about moves like Law 3, conceal your intentions so your opponents can't see your next move, or Law 11, keep people dependent on you, which makes you absolutely indispensable. It's even about stuff like Law 43, work on the hearts and minds of others, which is about getting people on your side because they want to be, not because they're forced to be. That's real influence.
So how does something like this work in the real world? Let's just break down Law 11. Step 1. You develop a skill that is totally unique and absolutely crucial. Step 2. You weave that skill so deeply into your boss's success that they literally can't imagine getting by without you. And then, the final most important step, you never ever teach them all your secrets. They need you. And because they need you, you have the power.
Okay, I can practically hear you thinking it. This all sounds incredibly cold-blooded, it sounds manipulative and cynical, and you know what? That brings us to the biggest question about this entire book. Are these laws a weapon to attack people with, or are they a shield to defend yourself?
Greene's point of view on this is completely uncompromising. He basically argues that you don't get a choice. You can't just opt out of the power game. Pretending these rules don't exist doesn't make you a good person. It just makes you a pawn for all the people who do understand them. In his world, choosing to be powerless is choosing to be miserable.
And this really lays out the dilemma perfectly. You can look at this book in two ways. Is it a weapon? A dark, cynical guide to manipulating people and getting ahead no matter who you have to step on? Or is it a shield? A pragmatic guide for self-defense? A way to understand and protect yourself when these very same tactics are being used against you?
And really, that's the question we want to leave you with. Is this book a toxic weapon designed to crush others on your way to the top? Or is it an essential shield, a necessary dose of reality for navigating a world that, whether we like it or not, has always been a court full of players? The answer, I guess, depends entirely on whose hands the book is in.